Hi friends, Renee Keys here with Carolina Creative. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here with card making ideas for you. Today I'm going to try something different. I am playing with the flip flaps. These are in the catalog on page 74. This is the new 2025-26 catalog. And you see they come in a variety of sizes. The one I'm going to use today is the 3x4. They're showing them here using them in scrapbooks, but there's a lot of other ways besides a photo album to use something like this. So today I'm going to use it to make a card. I wanted something really bright and cheerful for some summery birthday cards, and went to the now retired Fruit Salad designer paper pack. There's just some really fun prints in there. So I'm going to use a couple of papers there. And the cool thing about using this flip flap, I'm going to go ahead and pull one out, is that it will allow you to see both sides of the paper. So I'll show you how I'm going to use that. This is just, it's a sleeve. And so you can put anything you want in there. It can be photos, it can be cardstock, or it can be designer paper like I'm going to do today. And then this has glue on this edge, so you can glue this down in different directions and it becomes a flap. So I'm using that. I am using pumpkin pie for my card base, and what I've done is it is scored on a typical 4 1/4, but the total length here is 7 1/4. So I've taken 1 1/4 off. So when it overlaps, you'll see the inside of the card actually. So I made it a little short. That's all I did. And now I'm going to flip my camera down so you can see I've got 2 fun papers that I'm working with here. So here we go. I've got my paper and I'm going to use a couple stamps. In order to fit this narrow width, I need 2 3/4, and I'm going to use a piece of designer series paper. So you see I'm pulling out oranges and lemons basically. So this is cut at 2 3/4. I now need to trim. I could trim just one end or a little from both ends to make sure that it's going to fit. Yeah, I think I'm taking a little off both sides. So ultimately I need to get it to 5 1/4. So let me take a little bit off one end. I'm just going to snip that. And now if I go to 5 1/4, I'm going to take a little off this end. It should look pretty balanced. It's kind of looks like orange sections. It's the inside of an orange. So that's going to be on my front. Now, because I have 3x4, I've already trimmed a 2-inch strip off of this piece of cardstock. So it is now 6x4. And all I need is half of this. I need a 3-inch piece. There we go. And I should be done trimming. I've got my card insert. I've got some extra pieces for another card. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I want to stamp a sentiment inside, as well as I'm going to stamp a sentiment on the front. So I'm going to use green. I'm going to use like the third color here. And because I think it's dark enough, it will show up. But now I need to decide which way do I want this to go. I think just like that. And I'm going to stamp birthday wishes. They came out of the Simply Said, which is right here. I like the font. I just think it's really pretty and it's a nice, simple message. So here we go. Birthday wishes, that orange. I'm looking at the little spots on the fruit, and I don't want it to look like it's part of the stamp. Maybe I need to put it up here. Or if I flip it this way, I can, yep, I think that's now the way I'm going to do it. So I can put birthday wishes. I'm going to try to get it straight, like that, and count to 3. There we go. Ooh, bold and bright, just what I wanted. Birthday wishes. And then inside the card, I am going to use pumpkin pie. I'm kind of tying it to my card base here and using a similar color. And I'm just going to put thinking of you. I just thought, you know what? That's just a nice generic sentiment. I didn't find, I was going through my stamps and I found some other older ones, but I thought that is a current stamp out of the With You in Mind set. So that's another one of my favorites. So I've got best birthday wishes on the front. and then Thinking of You on the inside. So that will go there. My little flip flap is going to go here. And I just did this wrong. That's what I get for not thinking this through. Good thing is I've got another piece of paper. I looked at it this way, but I want my flap to go the other direction. Unless I have, you know what? These go both directions. I grabbed the wrong one. I want my flap to open from the side. I knew this one looked different. So these come with adhesive on both sides. I want my flap to go this way. So now it's correct. All right, so I'm going to slide this in, and this is going to be the front. I confused myself when I pulled out from the back. All right, so I've got my adhesive. I'm going to start by assembling the front, and then I'll show you my trick. I want to adhere this onto my insert and then put the whole thing inside. And that ought to work just fine. This looked too washed out for me. When I said I wanted bright colors, that's why I put this on the back side. If I had matted it, it might have looked a little more bold, but I thought this was more fun having the radiating edges there. Okay, so now I need to decide, do I want it this way? That's going to glue up. I might flip it the other direction. This is just personal preference, but I think I want it to go this way. Yeah, okay. So now what I'm going to do is remove the adhesive from the flap. There we go. And of course there's static electricity. And I'm going to center this on, maybe I need to line this up, on my insert. I'm learning as I go, like that. Yep. And now I can put the adhesive, and I do want to use my Stampin' Seal for this. I'm going to put my adhesive on the back of the insert. Now, I could have stamped some more things, you know, on the inside. I was just going for cute, simple, but effective. Okay, so now, there we go. I have a cute card with the flap. So it says birthday wishes. And when you open it up, it says thinking of you. Very cute. You could put other things in here. I like how it shows both sides of the paper. You could put cardstock in there and then decorate it different ways. I do want to show you, I played with this the other day. And again, I was using fruit salad paper. And so I made this look like the watermelon rind. And these are, you know, the fruit and the seeds. And used Wishing You Everything Wonderful. I went to another retired stamp set, watercolor melon, and stamped and then just die cut the watermelon slices and put happy birthday. So again, I wanted some summery fun cards, and I think this was a fun, easy, quick way to make cards using these flip flaps. So be aware, look in the catalog, check out the flip flaps. There's a lot of different ways to use these. It was just kind of a fun way to make a card. If you like the products and the projects you're seeing here today, you can find me at Carolina Creative, hashtag Carolina Creative. I am on the Stampin' Up! Network. It's Renee Keese at StampinUp.net. So thanks for joining me today, and stay tuned for the next video.